What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Savage Land. Welcome back to another episode of The Table. And today on The Table, we have Ride Out Part 2. Putting an end to this G.I. Joe series, this saga we've been on for the past 3 months in the Jungle HQ. Here is the last battle G.I. Joe is dealing with Cobra. They're trying to break away from the Cobra faction, which Major Blood is running. So it's a big war, and these Joes seriously have to ride or they will die. So let's go through some different things with the table. On this episode of the table, this is just more of me taking pictures, having fun, trying to put together some dynamic pictures to end a dynamic story. So I didn't do nothing too crazy, but we'll still go through the ins and outs of the table. What made it, what made the pictures, what was I thinking? So all the stuff you guys love, man. So this is Ride Out Part 2, Ride or Die. Let's get it in. I'm not going to waste your guys' time anymore. Let's go ahead and on with this episode of The Table. Oh, and also, this is the last G.I. Joe episode for a while. When we come back with The Table, I'll be going into X-Men. It's actually what a coinky dink. X-Men is hot right now, but that's what I wanted to go to. I have a huge Sentinel army that I want to open up. Sentinel HasLab, some Marvel Legends 3 3/4 Sentinels, some other little Sentinels I want to build for my Sentinel army. So we're going to get into that, try some new things, and try to freshen it up a little bit. So when we come back also to G.I. Joe, I'm going to try something different. We won't be on jungle no more. Maybe we'll go to a snow scene. Maybe we'll go to some scenes where I'm just in the ocean. So we're going to switch that table up completely, man, and keep it funky, fresh, and new for you guys. So I'm not going to waste your time anymore. Let's get into Ride Out Part 2. Alright, so I'm setting up the last scene. I want a big open kind of field scene with rolling hills. So we're going to see how I can make that happen. I got all of my green, like grass papers. That's going to be for the flat surfaces. And then I got the grass mats again. Brought them back in. And those are going to be my rolling hills. What I plan on doing to stuff up under them is I got some old clothing here. Just a bunch of old t-shirts. And I'm going to take these old t-shirts and stuff them up under this grass mat and try to make more of the hilly parts of it. So let's see what I can do with that, man. And I can't wait to really start just putting all the vehicles on and laying that out. But let's try to make this scene here, this open field with rolling hills. So now I'm trying to get the scene filled out, man, and see what I'm going to do with this scene. Hopefully I can change it up and do a couple different layouts within this layout. But go up top here. You see here I just got the flat green grass paper and I'm trying to see what's going to be my centerpiece. I have this like hill now that I created with the rolled up t-shirts, which I got some still left down on there, but I think I'm just do one hill in the middle. But I don't know if I want the hiss up there or some bikes up there. The hiss looks best and it looks good for a centerpiece, but I just didn't want it to hog the camera time. But I think that's cool though, with two G.I. Joe vehicles on the side here and the hits up top. I don't know, I might change it up. This vehicle is going to be getting blown up though, so I need to try to do some of that. That was the vision in my head from the get-go. But I'm gonna go and show you how I stuffed this hill here. So let me move the vamp out the way, get this guy over here, and okay, so now we have like the makeshift hill. Let me back up a little bit too, out of pretty much my grass kind of like sheets here. And all I did was put a bunch of shirts inside of one shirt. This like a construction yellow shirt, safety shirt there, and just rolled it up, man. And once I start taking pictures and setting up the scene and it'll camouflage itself, you won't even know. Right now it looks like a grass hill. You know, you see the little seams right there, but there's little camera tricks and lighting you can do, man, to get that, you know, so you won't notice that. But see here, I got the vamp on the side, kind of like rolling up beside the hiss tank here, trying to set that up, and the hiss up top. So I think I'm gonna do that. I just don't want things to look too crowded, man. But we're gonna see what's up.
Bring me everyone. What do you mean everyone?
Everyone!
I got a scene here that I've been wanting to do for a hot minute here, and it's these Cobra Troopers like trying to reconcile or recollect themselves after the little scrapes and scraps with G.I. Joe. You see, we got a meeting here. I kind of got like, I'll go in, and what I tried to do here was kind of like make like a Michelangelo type scene where, you know, like they like grabbing on each other, like 16th Chapel almost type ordeal. If it's shooting clearly here, down here, all at the HISS tank, and they're all up, you know, looking up to Major Blood, who's pretty much leading the way. I pressed a sequence on this HISS tank for the lights to go in and out. So when I took the picture, I got some pictures with the lights and without them. You see how it just went off there. It's gonna come back on in a second. And once again, the HISS being used as a diorama piece. And then this time around, I have the red light kind of off the table shining, in that same gray box that I've been using for a hard line has become a stand for the actual red light, putting that red glow on the HISS, and that's what's making that HISS kind of reflect with that red, making the red pop and giving it a red silhouette. And then of course I got the blue light kind of shining, mostly for these guys back here in the Chevy Silverado, with the Cobra stickers there. And that shit is looking real good with the blue troops, and that blue light is making that pop. And also I got the Cobra Eel on a four-wheeler and a Cobra Officer on the four-wheeler. Of course, they're short on troops. They just been going at it with G.I. Joe for the past couple of weeks here, but pretty cool scene. I've been wanting to get that for a minute, try to frame it back up here. But oh, I can't forget about my guys right here, my rock and roll man, another soldier. And then I got some range vipers in the back, and what I did for that, I got some Super 7 boxes that they standing on, the BIG box, and I got the Mo box from The Simpsons, just to kind of, when I set it down in frame, you really can't be able to tell, almost kind of give them a stage to set up on, just like the Cobra Troopers are in the back of the pickup truck. And come back into the frame here, drop the ring light a little bit, and see how it starts to change up. The more light, the more you take out, like my man Legend Series said, your different color lights. But when you lower it, those lights start to come to life. All right, now you see the different settings here, and I take the ring light and I adjust that on the low settings to where I want it, and things start changing up, man. But pretty cool shot, might be the thumbnail. All right, so I got a new layout here that I'm trying to get, and I just want to get a scene where I utilize a lot of soldiers on foot and a lot of dirt bikes. And what I'm doing now, I have the camera on while I'm trying to frame it, so it doesn't look so jumbled up. The HISS tank is kind of where I need it to be at. As far as these Cobra troops on the right with the quads, they're where I need them at. I'm moving this yellow one around, but this blue one here, he's already doing something that I want him to do. I got him kind of popping a wheelie there, and dodging the shot coming from Beachhead here on the left. And I gotta move this tunnel rat because he's not in good framing with the gun hoe that's back there, that's on the G.I. Joe bike there. I don't know why I can't think of the name of it, but he's on the bike there shooting at the HISS tank, kind of using those cannons. And as you can see there, what's the name's arm is in the way, so you really can't see him. So just doing some framing out, but this whole point of this is to get as much bikes and as much soldiers I can in one shot, and I kind of have to have an open field. As you see there, I kind of built up some perimeter, and I'll show you exactly how I did that here. Let me take this camera off the tripod. So once again, using the stuffed shirts there, just some old shirts I'm probably going to throw them away. They were just sitting in a bag, and that has built up my heel here. So I got like a little hillside. Of course you won't see that. Did the hedge line so it can look more natural as far as the rolling hill on it. And there's a lot of stuff going on right now, but once you take the pictures, once I take the pictures, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. And in the back, made another rolling hill, which nothing will be on, but it's got the trees with the pots back there, but they help form that rolling hill, which will just be background by the time I'm done. But I'm looking forward to this. Looking forward to what I can get laid out. See, I got the troops there. Not all my troops, but this is enough for this table, man. It can only hold but so much. So let's see what happens from this. Look at this right here. This is a whole 24 hours later, and Snake Eyes is still sitting up there. Your boy got some talent. And just so you guys know, there's no sticky tack on there. I ain't had no sticky tack on his feet. He been sitting up there 24 hours like that. That stupid McFarlane horse fell, though. Damn, everybody praising McFarlane. The damn, a four-legged horse can't even stand up 24 hours. This is some bullshit. Alright, I just had to record this shot right here. Man, I really love this right here. This is pretty freaking dope. There's nothing too much going on with it, man. It's just got a dynamic angle on it, and it just looks like almost like a comic book or something, like how Blood has the sword up like an X and Snake Eyes is trying to come down on it. But I got a few sequence of pictures I'm making here, man. But I just had to take time out for this dope shot, man, of Major Blood and Snake Eyes, man. Pretty much getting at it. Pretty dope ass shot. All right, real quick. All right, so I'm trying to get a scene here, and I was just thinking like how much Big Boa looks like somebody from Mad Max. And I know I said in the beginning I was gonna use McFarlane bikes, and I almost went through this shoot without using one, but I finally picked up one. I was like, you know what? Let me put Big Boa in. But then I just got a great idea for a scene, because I'm just trying to get so much in before I finish this up. And I've had this episode for a minute, but I've went and just added some things on, some chop motion and just different pictures, trying to make this a complete story and cap it off right and give it its just due. And I really like the way this looks like right here. And we'll step back, you know, as we usually do, and I'll show you how I got this shot. And right now it's really all about framing, to be quite honest with you. But we're gonna step back. Let's step back on it, and so we can take a look at that. All right, so pretty much what I got here, I got the Batman McFarlane bike, and Big Bo is a big figure, so he looks good on it. He looks right. He can fit down into the pedals. And what I gave it is I put like this little piece of wood up under there to kick it sideways to make it look like he had a hard turn effect, like he came off his wheels a little bit when this he felt this truck blow up, so he can kind of turn away from that. And like I said, Big Boy looks good on this thing. He looks just right. His won't be nothing but just pretty much diorama fodder. Even when you don't have on the bright white lights, the red lights with the hiss, I noticed looks like really good. It really illuminates really good, and it makes itself have a presence when it's not really the main focus on the scene, if you know what I mean. Like when you look at that right there, that looks pretty dope. And let's come around here we got the truck. And what I did was kick this up in the air with a log, and the truck will be in front, so you're not gonna see that part, and then put the explosion in the front, like the explosions made the truck like flip like that. Got the driver there. I might put some guys in the back to throw it off, but in the front of this, I'm gonna put some Joes kind of like, you know, on foot running or on bikes trying to get away. But the main thing of this shot is the framing, because you can see the catastrophe that's, you know, pretty much around this thing here. Even in the front down here, I got a whole bunch of stuff going on. But like I said, it's really all about your framing. Yes, sir. All right, the setup I pretty much got here is a scene where I just try to get as much vehicles, much guys in as possible. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff to pick out. I got the lights up right now just so you guys can see like what is exactly what's really going on here. And I basically got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8 bikes in this shot in the his tank, and probably about 40 people on the table right now. 1, 2, 3. I ain't even gonna count that shit. It's a lot. But let's go through the scene. Big boa on the McFarlane bat cycle once again, making that hard turn. I got something up under there. I think that's a Cobra Eel backpack, and when it, you know, just makes it look like he's trying to turn real hard, and it gives just more effect. Got a guy laid out here, blood coming out, fire effects, came from Storm Collectibles, Scorpion, another guy laid out here, and that's the one thing in this too. You know, we got Outback kicking another Cobra Trooper on the 4-wheeler. I made sure I put a lot of Cobra Troopers laid out, just let you know the Joes are kind of getting the edge on the battle. And we got Outback again here on the back of the 4-wheeler with Tunnel Rat. This is pretty cool here. I just wanted this back behind shot of Duke, just so you can see that, you know, that fire effect. And I believe I captured that in the pictures that I did take of this. Got my man Junkyard No Mutt here shooting his M16 back that way. He's on a 4-wheeler. Got explosion effects here. Guy blowing up against a landmine. Also getting hit by that landmine. Recondo. Got him popped up in the air. And I basically just got that bike resting on those blast effect pieces. I'm trying to tell you, man, those Black Widow blast effect pieces have taken me a long way.
That's it, I love it.
I mean, they really have. And I couldn't believe it made it to Ollie's. So that's why I have so many. But you see more Cobra Troopers laid out. Blast effect up here. 3 of them stacked on each other. Go across the screen. And the blast effects look so good. And the way that when the guys blow up in the air. Once again, Storm Collectibles blood effect. Here. Cobra Troopers laid out there. I think Duke might have did that work. Got the Cobra Eel here popping the Willie. More Cobra Troopers on this side. This is kind of where they're falling, coming out of, walking out of. And there's some dead back there. Some got hit up. Got my man with the guitar there. His tank had the lights on in the back of this shot. So just kind of using that to help. And we had more Cobra Troopers there. But like panning out, looking at this shot, it's so much going on. And this time I don't have anything really special built for this part of the episode. I just really had fun taking pictures. I want to take pictures and kind of cap this off real good and give like a really good story at the end. So that's pretty much what we had there. Just a straight up war scene. All right, who's ready for story time? And as in Savage Land tradition, let's pick back up on the last storyline. The last storyline was The Bridge is Over, where the Joes tried to battle it out across these rusty old bridges, trying to get over the waterway where the crocodiles were sitting, waiting for the Joes or Cobra to fall to their doom. But as we all know, the Joes got across the bridge. They battled it out with Cobra, close range, back and forth, blasting it out until they got the job done. Now, they're on the other side of the bridge or the corridor. They needed a little bit more help because the Joes were still trying to find their way out of a sticky situation. So they called up Torpedo and his SEALs, and they went toe-to-toe with those ills in the waterway and kind of freed up some space for those Joes to get over to the other side of the HQ. Torpedo and his SEALs put in the business, but it looks like now the ills have some own problems to worry about, and it's not Torpedo. Meanwhile, the Joes battle it out, shoot it out, make their way on the other side of the HQ to get to some reserve vehicles. They get over to the reserve vehicles. They have the ATVs there. They have the dirt bikes, the YZs, the Kawasaki's, the 250s, the 450s ready to go. They also have a utility truck, a vamp, and also my main man Spirit has his trusty horse over there, Black Beauty. Meanwhile, while the Joes are getting their situation together, Major Blood is on the other side of the camp, which both parties kind of retreated to go get their vehicles. And one last stand, Major Blood summons his mighty army up, what's left of them, as they beg and plead, please, Cobra, please forgive us. We can fight, we can make it, we can battle the Joes. We just gotta give one more last. And they ride out from there. Meanwhile, on the other side with the Joes, as they get their stuff together, getting their situations out, everybody's getting their inventory on what they get. They gotta move fast because they know Cobra's hot on their trail, and they hear a hiss tank off in the distance. My man Spirit is over there with Black Beauty, talking to her. Easy, girl, easy. We got one more mission to do. Let's do it. As he calms her, because she's so distracted from all the noise and the chaos that's going around. But only Spirit could soothe her and warm her. Now, on the other side, Major Blood has got his guys rallied up. They're ready for a hard charge. They're taking anybody they have left. They got a few ills that made it through, but they had to dump all that scuba shit and get on an ATV and fight for the honor of Cobra as they rev up and ride out. The Joes and Cobra battle it back and forth on the battlefield. Big bombs explode, engines rev, gasoline and diesel is all in the air like cologne and perfume, and they loved it. And for the last ultimate battle, Snake Eyes is searching for blood. He wants to put an end to Major Blood for once and for good. Will he do that? Who knows? But the two warriors, when they find each other, go toe for toe, blow for blow. Major Blood fighting with two machetes, Snake Eyes with morning light, taking it to the heat of the night. Every blow striking, feeling power, passion, tiredness, unforgiveness, and every swing that they get, and every swing that they go through. And your boy Snake Eyes, as you know, will always prevail. Snake Eyes is the man. These two factions have battled it out so long that Cobra finally kind of just throws in the towel and say, hey Joes, just go. We don't really have too much left. Major Blood is seriously injured. He's out of here. And you guys got the cake. Just get the hell out of here so we can repair all the damages. And the Joes, the G.I. Joes and Cobra's fault, live to fight another day. I'd like to thank you guys for hanging out with me one more time on this episode of The Table. We wrapping it up for G.I. Joe for a while, so I can get my room back together, and we're gonna start anew with the new table dealing with just strictly X-Men and see where that takes us. But if you can, give me a like, comment, subscribe. If you want to follow me on my Instagram at Geppetto910, feel free to do that. This is the Savage Land. We do this for the love and beauty of action figures and setting up huge dioramas and just having fun and playing with our toys. And with that being said, until the next time, God bless.